All right, I'm going to continue going through the problems for our quadratic quiz, second part of the quadratic quiz. It's the second quiz you're taking in this unit. Picking up with number 5. Actually, this takes us into, we were just working on vertex form. This takes us into standard form. I'm going to work through these problems pretty quickly. The A value is 2, B is -4, C is 5. With the A being positive, that means this parabola is going to open upwards. The axis of symmetry, x equals -b. The opposite of -4 over 2 times 2 is going to give me +4 over 4. The axis of symmetry is going to be defined by the line x equals 1. Then to get the vertex, I know that x is equal to 1. Y is going to be equal to 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5. 2 times 1 squared. I can go into my calculator for this. Might as well just put it on my main screen. 2 times 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 5. The vertex sits at 1, 3. For problem number 6, the A value is -3, B is 6, C is 1. This parabola is going to open down as the A value is negative. The axis of symmetry is going to come from the opposite of B over 2 times A. It's going to give me -6 over -6. X equals +1. Again, we've got a +1. Y is going to be found by putting +1 in for x. Let's find out what that y is that goes with it. I'm going to go to my calculator. -3 parentheses 1 squared plus 6 times 1 plus 1 is going to put the y value of the vertex at 4. Number 7, the A is 4, the B is -8, the C is 6. This parabola is going to open upwards as it has a positive A value. The axis of symmetry is going to come from the opposite of B, so the opposite of -8 over 2 times A, which is 4. I get +8 over 8. Again, x is equal to 1. Interesting. 1 comma. I don't think there's any reason why these are all equal to 1, but they are. 4 times 1 squared minus 8 times 1 plus 6 is going to give me a y value of, let me see here, 4 times 1 squared minus 8 times 1 plus 6 is going to give me a y value of 2. At least all the vertices aren't in the same exact place. I'm going to move on and finish up A. -1 is my A value. I'm sorry, finish up 8. A is -1, B is 4, C is -3. This parabola is going to open down with that -A value. It's going to open down. Axis of symmetry is going to be -b over 2 times A. -4 over -2 is going to put my axis of symmetry at 2. That means the x value of the vertex is 2. There's something different. Y is going to be equal to -2 squared. I want to make sure I put parentheses around that. Plus 4 times 2 minus 3. -2 squared plus 4 times 2 minus 3 is going to put that y value of the vertex at 1. Now, to finish this up, we're going to go back to vertex form, y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. So I'm going to need to find, I've got my h and k for the vertex and a point xy. I'm going to need to figure out what the a value is. I'm going to plug in what I have, y equals my missing a, x minus h squared plus k. K happens to be -5. I'm going to write it as -5. A times -2 to the second power minus 5 is going to give me 4a minus 5. -2 times -2 is 4. That's where this came from. I just rearranged. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. 4 is equal to 4 times a. When I divide both sides by 4, I find out that a is 1. Vertex form for this equation will be y equals 1 times x minus my h value, which was 4, squared minus 5. Y equals a times the quantity x minus h to the second power plus k. Number 10, same idea. Problem 10, I have my hk, my xy. Y equals, I need to solve for a, 1 minus -3, so it's going to be 1 plus 3 in parentheses, plus k, -2 equals a times 4 squared, plus 6, -2 equals 4 squared is 16a, plus 6 I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Negative 8 equals 16a. Divide both sides by 16. A is going to be a negative 0.5 or a negative half. Now I'm going to go use it with my h and k. Y is equal to negative 0.5. X plus 3 squared plus 6. X minus h. H happened to be a negative number. It turned out to be plus. And plus k, there's my plus 6. Vertex form for that one. 2 more. Remember that the y-intercept is when the x value equals 0. So this is actually the point 0, comma 17. I'll use that for x and y. There's my h and k. Negative 17 equals the unknown a. 0 minus h squared plus k. Negative 17 equals a times negative 3 squared plus 1. Negative 17 equals negative 3 times negative 3 is going to give me a 9. 9a plus 1. If I take 1 away from both sides, I'm going to get negative 18 equals 9a. When I divide by 9 on both sides, I find out that a is negative 2. This parabola is going to open down. It will be written as y equals negative 2 times x minus 3, that quantity squared plus 1. Last but not least, last time to put one in vertex form, hk, xy, 1 equals my unknown a, negative 6 plus 4, x minus h. Negative 6 minus negative 4 gives me x plus 4. I'm going to square that, and minus 1 because the k is a negative 1 plus k. In this case, k is negative. A times negative 2 squared. 4a minus 1 plus 1 plus 1. 2 equals 4a. A is equal to 0.5. Sorry about the announcement. Working after school. Miss Kennedy's trying to get some doors open here. Y is equal to 0.5. X plus 4 squared minus 1. There you go. Our quiz will be on Thursday.